Hello, come on in. Welcome, welcome. We are getting ready to do a video today on a little bit about nutrition and supplementation. You guys use vitamins and nutrients different than most people. You didn't know that, did you? We'll also throw a little bit of tarot in at the end of the video so that you guys can see how the week is going to finish out. And I already have the paranormal flashlight set up. See you in a moment. All right, welcome back. Those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Tina Beecher. I am an old school biker, and the vernacular and the vocabulary can get a little, I'll just say, salty. Today we're going to talk a little bit about, you guys have told me how much you enjoy and appreciate when I talk about nutrition and I talk about fitness. Great big topics with me. You don't get to be this old and live just this rough a lifestyle without having some kind of arsenal to protect me with. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is, you guys all mentioned me, Tina, I have anxiety. I feel like I'm just always a nervous wreck. And it is part of this journey in spirituality. You're opening up. You're becoming an antenna. You're picking up on other people's feelings, thoughts, and emotions. You may not know that's what you're doing, but at times when you get that nervous, anxious feeling, that's what it is. It's not yours. The house isn't burning down. There isn't a dinosaur chasing you. Why am I nervous? It's because you're picking up other people's emotions. And we, as empaths, utilize vitamins and nutrition different than everybody else. We require a little more of some vitamins than other people. If you have anxiety to begin with, your body is using nutrients differently. Okay? It's not a cookie cutter kind of thing. But the very, very first thing that you need to have to keep yourself kind of leveled out and grounded would be a basic vitamin. First, that's the foundation of everything. Spirit, are you even on the light there? Can you give me a wink or blink and let me know you're there? The batteries might be dying, so I may change those up here in a minute. But we need a vitamin foundation first. And the best vitamin for anxiety, nervousness, it helps control our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of our nervous system that gives us that fight or flight reflex. Get scared, that's fright. Some of you get pissed off, and that's the flight. Once you get nervous, you kind of get in a little bit of a rage. So the first thing you need is a good vitamin B complex. I'll show you guys what I use, and I will put a finger over the label. But as you can see, this is a methylated B. And methylation is just the process where they kind of get the vitamin prepped for our system. Otherwise, if you're taking a plain one a day or a plain B complex, all you're doing is creating a very expensive urine. Yeah, because we pee it out. It doesn't work in our body, or it doesn't break down like it should, and our body that cannot utilize it the way it needs to. So the first thing you need is a good methylated B complex. I also supplement with an additional B1, because B1 is really that building block for that nervous system. All right, I'm back. As I was talking, I literally heard Spirit say, we do need a new battery, so there we go. All right, let me reset this up there. Whoa, that is bright now. All right, Spirit, if you're in the room, I heard your request for new batteries. Can I get you to give me a wink or blink on that light, please? All right, I am going to proceed. One of the things we also need as far as nutrition is a way ton shit more protein. We are not getting enough protein. We have to have that. That's why so many of you have aches, pains, and just overall stiffness. It's not that protein per se, but it is the fat that comes along with the protein. I see you starting to wink back there. Can you turn the light clear off, please? Thank you. We need the fat that goes along with that protein. Remember when they told us to eat a skinless, boneless chicken breast? There's virtually nothing in that chicken breast. The fat was the good part. It was the safe part. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. The fat was the part of that chicken that our body really needed. So they told us to take that skin off. Guess what? That's one of the things they lied about. Anything to do with us keeping stronger. They wanted us just to be kind of mellow. That's why they told us to eat fruits and vegetables as much as they did. Now, I'm not totally against fruits and vegetables. If that's what your thing is, I want you to think about the way that they're raised. First off, let's just take the plain old strawberry. Thank you, Spirit. It has been hybridized and genetically modified to be absolutely the sweetest, most perfect, beautiful strawberry in a store. On a vine in the store. Thank you, Spirit. However, all that is more sugar. They did not try to increase any nutrition. So you're literally getting so little nutritional value out of these newer modern day fruits and vegetables. That's why they have to spray them they keep them looking pretty. If you go to a flea market or a farmer's market, you want to find the person selling the most wilted looking fruits and vegetables. Yeah, no preservatives on those. You want to find the guy that's got flies around his fruits and vegetables. No pesticides on those. So absolutely what we're seeing in the supermarkets they're hybridized, genetically modified, and they have very, very little nutrition in them. You're getting this sugar value mostly. Same thing with vegetables. Absolutely the same thing with vegetables. I use strawberry just as an example. So take your own personal health into under your own control. Come over here at YouTube and watch videos about nutrition. Come over here at YouTube and watch videos about the carnivore diet. That's what I live on. I have never felt better. I got to tell you, since I have added a whole lot more fat back into my diet, they are now telling us that those saturated fats were safe. Absolutely. The beef tallow, the pork lard, the chicken fat. Thank you, Spirit. And let me bring up the chicken fat. Yiddish mothers, little Yiddish grandmothers, call it schmaltz. And they knew that it had a medicinal, whoever that was, a medicinal value to it. Why do you think there were so many studies done on chicken soup? Because it made us feel better. It literally not just made us feel better, it literally aided in our kicking that virus or that flu bug or whatever because of the chicken fat. Just like the way Grandma used to make it. So take your own health into your own hands and gain control. Gain control. You can do this. I don't know if you guys can hear her snoring. There's Miss Maggie behind me. And her priority, and that's her place. She has to be here because we're working, and she knows that. And exercise, and that's why I brought her up. She's 16 now, And we're in the woods 3 times, 4 times a week, sometimes every day, hiking and just walking and just getting in a slow but steady pace. You need that for circulation. You have to have some exercise. For women, we need to exercise our thighs. That's the first place we lose muscle. Our quads, our hamstrings, we lose muscle. We need to exercise a whole lot more than we do. Now, the reason we lose our balance and fall is because we're weak. So that walking, just the movement of walking as you're strolling down the street, okay, it works in the brain too. It will help keep you from getting dizzy. A lot of us, as we age, we get vertigo. Makes us feel dizzy. Thank you, Spirit on Light. So get out there and get some form of exercise in. You know that I'm a weightlifter. I don't want to tell you how much I can lift because I don't want anybody to feel bad. But I have been doing it most of my life. We are a family that is based on fitness and strength. My oldest son used to compete in World's Strongest Man type of contests. So whatever you do, if you only have a can of soup, get yourself 2 of them. Hang on, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Finish my coffee. 2 cans of soup. Just start doing that. Do little curls. This week, next week, get bigger cans. Overhead press. Do something. Do something. Do something. What's the point of living to 80, 90, or 100 if you can't do anything? Now you're a potted plant. You're a vegetable, waiting for somebody to come along and feed and water you. So take that under your own control. You don't need to be an expert. Like I said, come over here to YouTube. You'll find videos on exercising. Videos on take your own health into your own hands. By the way, as I was talking about that, all that fat and how it's actually good for us, it will not hurt your cholesterol. The LDL side of your cholesterol will escalate a little bit, but the HDL will negate it. So, and they lied to us about those numbers too. If you're taking something because you have a high cholesterol, that causes dementia, Alzheimer's. Take your health in your own hands. Figure out, research it, okay? As I started to bring up the fat again, pork rinds. I am a big advocate for pork rinds. First off, if you read the bag of pork rinds, the back of it, you'll see that it actually has less fat than a potato chip. Didn't know that, did you? It's a good crunchy thing to have. On the carnivore diet, we don't have much crunch. So pork rinds are the go-to, and they are an excellent source of collagen, naturally occurring collagen in those pork rinds. So they're actually good for us. All right, getting ready to do a reading here for the rest of the week. This is the post-Easter week. Kind of everybody gets that little bit of a letdown energetically. Big hype over the Easter holiday itself. The weather here in northwestern Pennsylvania has turned cold again. This is our 3rd winter this spring. So, all right, there we have it. The month of April is going to be a whole lot better for everybody. On a personal level. On a world level, not so much. On a world level, not so much. Here we are, we had the 5 of Pentacles. Everybody's worried about finance. Not going far enough. Don't think we can do it. Don't have the money to do it. Don't let that hold you back, because on a personal level, you will find an increase. I just want to say naturally, whether you get a raise at work, you got lucky. See, these two people that are out in the snow and out in the cold because they thought they were broke are just on the other side of that wall of warmth and abundance. It's all the mental state that you take into this with. If you know what, I can't do it, I can't do it. That you're going to get, I can't do it. Change your way of thinking. I've got this. I know it's close. I know it's close. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. This is a good time to dedicate yourself to your work. Keep your head down, hammer away. Don't let the worldly distractions take you off of your own personal course. April, a lot of people are going to be having that abundance come to them. And for a lot of you, it's because you have changed your way of thinking. You're no longer going to the negative way to look at things. You're hearing people like me talk about stay positive, stay upbeat, keep your attitude high, be joyous. Those good things come to people that think good things. The universe sees, oh, woe is me, and thinks it is a prayer for, oh, more of that. More, oh, woe. And actually, oh, no, we don't need any more of that. We have the Page of Wands. Page is coming in and he's saying, look, things are going to turn around. There is a little bit of a plot twist that's going to take place here. And some of the things that you've had conflicts with in your life are going to disappear because you're learning to let that shit go. Yeah, it's not serving you. Let it go. We have the Three of Wands. That three is speaking highly of making plans for the future, looking out there and seeing what's going on, which direction do we want to go in. You may need to change up your prayers, your meditations. Think about how you word them, because the wording of a prayer is crucial. If you're praying for somebody that's dying, oh Lord, please save my friend that's dying. Or, oh Lord, please save me. I'm critical. I'm end of life, whatever you may be. Change that up. Say, oh Lord, thank you for the healing you're giving. Thank you, Spirit on the light. Bam. Goosebumps. Woohoo! Thank them as though it's that healing is happening now. When you ask for help, it's because you're kind of projecting the universe that you're helpless. And you're not, because you're never alone. Now, we do have to ask every day, whether you're praying to God, praying to Jesus, you may be praying to saints. Even if you're only talking to your own personal spirit guides, your team, you have to ask them daily. This is a free will planet, and they cannot intervene, for the most part, without us asking. Now, that higher up spirit team, the guardian angels that are associated with us, they can come in really dire, horrible times. If we're praying and asking for them, they can come in. Sometimes they do come in unasked, but those spirits have gained an ascension and are able to come in and help without us asking. However, ask and you shall be given. We've got the Chariot card, and that's indicating a positive direction. Not everything seems black and white. So you've got to make a choice and take a path. Chariot also is something about something's coming at you at high rate of speed. That's what a chariot does. It comes tearing into the Colosseum very fast. Those horses are out there just running. And for a while, you didn't know which direction to go into. But things are becoming more clear for you now. You know that you've got to cut some people out of your life. You know that you have to add some new items into your life. The nutrition, exercise. You know that now. You know, you've known it. What you have been lacking is the inspiration to do a lot of that. That's my job. I'm here to inspire you. We have the Nine of Cups. Now, this is the abundance that you're going to come into on a personal level. Some of you, it's just noticing that, I do have family that love me. This goes out to my friend Cheryl. She never watches my videos, so I'm gonna hit her hard. You do have family and friends that love you. Thank you, Spirit on a Light. Why do you feel alone? Why do you feel alone? Now, isolating is a way we protect those feelings. I talked earlier about all that anxiety. If we isolate, we don't feel that. We close the doors. If we close the curtains, we're making a dark environment for ourselves. That doesn't produce anything good ever. But it does help to stay away from some people. That 9 is about that personal abundance. Wow, that was weird. Hello. Okay, wow. That 9 is about personal abundance, about being comfortable enough to go, hey, if things get rough in this country, I can make it through. Now, that might be the fact that some of you are going to be stockpiling some food, some essentials, some necessities. He's got it all stacked up behind him there. He's safe. He's comfortable. He knows he's got it, but he worked for it. That's exactly what you did. You have worked for it. The last card here is the Temperance card from this deck. I'm going to grab another deck. And this is about moderation, about cutting back, being careful that you don't take in too much anything, whether you smoke, whether you drink. Like Easter, I went off my diet. I ate a little bit of everything. I ate some scalloped potatoes. I ate some corn. I ate, what else was there that I ate that I normally don't eat? A piece of cherry pie. The next day I felt horrible. My body is not used to those poisons and toxins of the vegetables. Every vegetable has an anti-nutrient in it. Doesn't affect everybody, but it does affect some people, and it's been out of my system so long I felt horrible. Easter Monday. All right, grabbing another deck to see if we can validate any of that information. Spirit has been on the light. And one more, please, Spirit. I work so closely with Spirit that I do not deal the cards. I shuffle and allow them to kick out. The jumpers. And that's what we refer to them as, jumpers. Whether they fall, fly, float, kick, pop, they're jumpers. All right. We have the King of Wands. Some of you are going to be getting a whole lot more comfortable at work. You've been there a while. You know the job. You know the tasks. You might even be in line for a promotion. The King of Wands is actually a fire sign. And some of you are going to be inspired to do some things at work or through work that you normally haven't done. Maybe taking on a new task, maybe taking on a new job title, but you're headed the right direction. And then we have the King of Pentacles also. 2 kings came out, And then that holiday, didn't we celebrate the King of Kings? You know what? If you participated in a No Kings rally, you denied Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior. This king is about the abundance that you're finding in things that you didn't see it in before. In family, in that gathering. Abundance is just a peace of mind, because sometimes we just don't have that. We have too much monkey chatter going on in our brains. We have the Five of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Five of Swords. And this is about the challenge that you already faced. This is about the change that's going to come. You've practiced for this portion of your life. You've practiced. These guys were sparring. You notice one guy has all the swords and the others are walking away. Practice. Practice. You can't get anywhere without practicing it. I didn't get to this level of intuition and ability without practice. And last but not least, we have the Six of Swords. We went from the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords. Headed the right direction, in the right sequence, taking the right steps. The Six of Swords is about moving into, now if you look real close, you'll see the water on one side is a little troubled, and the water on the other side is nice and smooth. You're heading on a better life because you're looking for those directions that give you that smooth water. Now, the one thing about that picture, again, look at that real closely. Those swords are right through the bottom of the boat. So in other words, don't bring that shit up. You pull one of those swords out, which is a bad memory, it's a bad habits, they could be bad, negative anything, and the boat will sink. So don't bring it up. Let that shit go. I did say last card, but I'm sorry, there was two swords here. Again, another sword. You've got a decision to make in your life. Are you going to take control of it, or are you going to let the world control you? Big decision. All right, there you have it. A little bit about nutrition that you guys asked for, a little tarot, and I will get out all 12 signs here very soon. Hopefully maybe today. Depends on how busy I am. I've got people knocking on my door right now, and I hope that's only the UPS guy. All right, there you have it. You guys know I never leave you, that I don't sincerely bless you with love and light. See you soon.